Hey everybody, it's Lynnea. Welcome to another video for Whimsy Stamps. Today I'm going to be using some new Halloween products and mixing them together with an older die set. So I have the Vampire 6x6 pattern papers, just flipping through them very quickly for you here. If you would like a closer look at these papers, I do have a detailed product reveal video on the Whimsy Stamps YouTube channel, so you could check that out if you wanted a closer look at these pattern papers. I have also the zigzag rectangle dies, and I stacked two of them together. You can see how I used some purple tape to tape them together, and I ran them through my die cutting machine, and that gives me a frame as well as that extra centerpiece that I can save for a different project. I'm going to be creating a simple shaker card to make an easy Halloween scene, and I wanted to have the background paper perfectly fit for my frame. So I disconnected those two pieces and I ran just the largest die through on that pattern paper, and that's going to give me a background piece that is exactly the same size as my frame. Now it's time to work on that shaker frame. So I'm taking some double-sided adhesive and outlining that white frame that I created with the zigzag rectangle die pieces, and I'm going to adhere a piece of acetate onto the frame, and this is what's going to hold in the sequence. My acetate piece is a little bit too large, so I'll just use scissors and I'll trim that down. And now it's time to make this into an actual shaker frame. You can use double-sided foam tape for this. I prefer to use my favorite double thick foam tape. Otherwise, if you're using a thinner tape, it'll work perfectly well, but you're going to want to either double or triple up your foam tape to make sure that there's enough lift in this frame to allow the sequins to move around. That's why I prefer this double thick foam tape. It just makes my life easier. Here's a little trick for you. If you find your sequins are sticking to the inside of your frame and they're kind of sticking to the edge of the foam tape, I take an anti-static powder tool and I just rub around the inside of my shaker foam tape frame. That way when the shaker bits go in, they're not going to stick to the edge and they will freely shake about. I have some sequins here I'm going to pour in, and I'm actually going to mix in two different mixes so that I can have a little bit of gold. This whole scene is going to be very monochromatic except for the little pop of gold sequins that I'll put in there. So once I have my shaker bits in, I will add that pattern paper piece onto the frame, and you're going to be able to tell that I didn't get it completely straight. My idea was that I would have the perfect size background for my frame. It didn't work out that way, but that's okay. I'll use scissors and just trim off that back piece. As long as all the shaker bits are held inside, that's all that really matters for a shaker card. You can always trim off any excess that you have. I have the Foolish Mortals die here, and I die cut it 3 times, twice from, I think I die cut it 4 times actually, 3 times from regular black cardstock, and then once from black glitter cardstock. And I'm going to stack these together to have a dimensional sentiment. I find that since these letters are very skinny, it's hard to add foam tape behind them. It's much easier to just stack together some die cut pieces. But I wanted my top piece to have a little extra something, so that's why I went with the black glitter cardstock. Once they're all stacked together, I will add them onto my shaker frame with some liquid adhesive and put something heavy on top of that and set it aside to dry for a little while. So here's my finished card. I hope you love this. I really love these vampire papers and how easy it is to create simple scenes and even to turn them into fun shakers. I used just a few products and this card was very easy and quick to make. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you again with my next Whimsy Stamps video. Bye! Thank you again very much for watching this video. If you liked this video and you'd like to see more from me, please hit that subscribe button that is on the screen now. And here are a few other videos that I thought you might enjoy.